o'clock doing battle. Oi oi, the twat with the hat's back. So yeah, back up on Gaunts. The scenery around here, just proper wild. You love it. So, managed to get into riverbed swim. Yeah, first time I've managed to get in there. Yeah, there's a bloke in there at the minute, but he's off, so I'm glad I asked the question, really. But yeah, there's definitely fish up here. Yeah, I've seen a few come out and a couple up in the snags, so no pressure. But yeah, do you know what? It's just a lush swim. Yeah, your own little bit of privacy, should we say. So yeah, just want to do a little bit of rambling whilst I'm waiting to set up. But yeah, it's just gone 12, I think. So yeah, been here about, Christ, 3 hours already. Yeah, a bit indecisive, to be honest. I mean, everybody's quite well out, spread out. But yeah, I've seen fish kind of everywhere, really. Not loads, but you know, odd one here, odd one there. But yeah, I say it's the furthest walk, but it's not very often free, so it's got to be done, innit, really. Yeah. Anyway, I'll update this again later on when I'm finally sorted. Oh yeah, and the wind's just switched up here as well. You'd think, wouldn't you? Anyway, I'll catch you up later on. Wow, afternoon. Yep, I'm sweating. I won't see it very often. Fucking hell, it's hot. Probably put my bivvy in the worst place, to be fair. But oh, yeah. Hold on a minute, just trying to find my Swiss Army towel. There it is. So, as you probably heard that bleep in the background. I've got 2 rods angling at the minute. So yeah, it's quite some time ago I got here, to be fair. I got in the gate, I think it's just after 9. Obviously I'd done that little vlog earlier and I was waiting to come in the riverbed. Fucking 4 hours later or whatever it is. I don't know what time it is now, but it's 3 or 4 o'clock, something like that. Yeah, the guy in there said, oh yeah, I'll be going in about an hour. I was like, yeah, cool. So I dumped my kit in here because it's quite a trek from the car. And just sort of mooched about elsewhere, come back. Probably the worst thing I could have done was come back. Sound bloke, don't get me wrong, but yeah, chat. We were just chatting, and then I was like, I need to get fucking sorted, man. Be dark in a minute, you know what I mean? Yeah, bless him. Not a nice bloke, I have to say. But yeah, before you know it, time slips away, doesn't it? That's the trouble. So yeah, by all accounts, he's had a few fish out as well, which is nice. More of a sort of all-rounder, I think. He likes carp fishing, obviously, but goes after the tench and all the rest of it. And I'll tell you what, if them boys can catch tench, you sure as hell, you bet your bottom dollar they'll catch the carp. So yeah, basically, he was fishing quite short out of here, by all accounts, like 19 wraps. Yeah, so I've gone slightly longer, but I've not gone as long as what the going spots are, if you like. I thought, you know what, I don't want to be fishing over what he was fishing, obviously. Yeah, I kind of don't want to be doing what everybody else does, so I took a leaf out of my own book for once. God, it's fucking melting now. Hold on. Oh, where's my water? Oh, hang on a minute. Sorry, it is capping raw, as you know. Sorry, all my water's in the sun. I'm in the sun, and it's not good. Hold on. Ooh, let's get over here in the sun. Out the sun, rather. So yeah, yeah, I've done with what I should have done probably a couple of occasions now and haven't. It's one of them. You get on a new water. Yeah, you obviously start off doing what you do, and then you've sort of been here a while, and it's like, oh, okay. You know, obviously, like I said, I've noticed people spot the fuck out of it. And they'll spot the fuck out of it whilst it's when they've had a fish, which is, yeah, it makes sense. But to my mind, it's becoming a bit of a, I'm working it out slowly, but it seems to be like bags, or for instance that first session down there, the first fish I had was a 30 pounder and it was just over a little bit of boilie. I'm talking, I don't know, 21 baits. As I said, countless times, I get 7-18 mil boilies and then baby spawns. So I've done the same again now, but bearing in mind, obviously matey's done a bit in there and had a few. He didn't use loads of bait, but he was on sort of chopped worm and that, which is fair enough, but not really my thing, and it's fucking expensive. Yeah, so I thought, well, okay, well, you know, putting the worm in, we all know how good a bait worm is, but obviously I don't have any worms, so I thought I'm just going to go out softly. Got 3 nights, so yeah, just see what happens. I've seen a few fish since I've been here. Yeah, so I've just gone out with basically a 16mm Arduker monkey shit for a change, and over the top of that I've put a mixture of 18 and 16mm monkey shit. It's a nice bait, very nice bait. It's got a very small amount of yeah, pure chili powder basically, and the fenugreek. Literally, I'm talking a couple of grams of each per kilo. I don't think it's, I think it's a couple of grams of each, and it's so powerful, it's ridiculous how powerful it is. As soon as you open the bag, it's like, fuck me. Those who don't know, fenugreek's like an Indian-y sort of spicy smell. Yeah, it's different from anything else you smell, put it that way. So yeah, that's the monkey shit, and then that's fishing at 21 wraps. No, sorry, 20 wraps. And then I'm fishing a little bit longer on the other one because the lake sort of gets a little bit wider. So I'm going 21 wraps on the fish meal, standard 18mm bottom bait basically, and then 18mm over the top of it. I didn't pick up a bag of 16s of the fish meal. Yeah, didn't even think, to be honest. Just got a bit of both, you know. But so I do that. So yeah, all is opposite me is snags, which is fucking lush. It's a banging swim. It's a right yomp to get here, and you wouldn't want to do it without a barrow. And fucking ducks. And you wouldn't want to do it without a power barrow, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm getting old, aren't I? You know what I mean? But anyway, here comes the swans. Yeah, good depth over there, I reckon. 6-7 foot maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's much more than that, but yeah. So my thinking was, don't go right across. I know, you know, the spots or the wraps from there is like 23, but I just think give them that little bit of room, you know, behind the baited area, zone, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, just so they got enough room, you know. Not, I don't want to be pushing them out, basically. But yeah, there is fish up here. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna cool the fuck down. There's the old bivvy, look, right in the sun. And what I should have done was put it this size, but there you go. I may even move it tomorrow. Yeah, I've got the sun for the rest of the day by the look of it. So, oh yeah, my third rod. Didn't tell you about that, did I? So, got a third rod, and down to my left, obviously is a nice bay. Not obviously because you haven't seen it, but excuse the fat. So yeah, nice bay down there. So later on, when that sun buggers off, I'm going to get the waders on and have a little sniff down there, because I believe there's a few spots down there. I'll say a couple maybe. So I'll just see if I can find anything, and if I can, that'll be having a little bag on top of that, and maybe spawn it up a bit. I got a bit of hemp and that, a bit of hemp and ground bait, my usual go-to. But it's just nice. Yeah, it's a nice quiet corner, you know. So I think a bag to start with, just lightly, you know. Anyway, I won't ramble too much more shit. Yeah, a nice bit of feedback on my last vid as well, which is nice. Somebody said, keep at it, keep it real, keep it raw, like you do. And I was like, fair play. So yeah, that was quite nice, get a bit of feedback. If you're watching me, fair play. Anyway, I'm going to try and cool down a bit and then suss out what I'm going to do with this margin rod, I reckon. So I'll catch you later on. There we go then, quick little update. So nice little chili con on the go. A couple of siders deep. And I'm glad that sun has gone, but fuck me. I don't know, they say it was 22 today. It's just like, well, to be fair, I suppose a bit of sun trap in there, but I think I'm definitely moving the bivvy over there tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're all about till about midday, 1 o'clock, and then it's just fucking blazing in there. But yeah, all quiet so far, but there's still fish up there. An occasional show, not many, but yeah. So I put one rod longer. Decided to go 23 just because he had quite a bit of fizzing earlier across there on the snags. Yeah, a little bit more bait, so just boilie for now. Left hand rods down that margin on a nice silk spot next to some gravel. Got the old darts on the iPad, look. Happy days. It's not darts at the minute, it's adverts, but and I'm sat here in my boxers because I'm fucking sick of being hot and sweaty. Roll on autumn, that's all I can say. Moan, moan, moan. But anyway, that's ready. I've got a bag of tortillas to dunk. Another cider to do. Happy days. Hopefully it'll happen, eh? Anyway, catch you in a bit. Morning. Wow. Unfortunately, usual quiet first night. Yeah, there's fish up here because I don't know. I haven't seen loads, but there is fish up here. Yeah. So as I said yesterday, I've gone with the lightly, and it hasn't fucking worked. Yeah, it definitely keeps you scratching your head, this place. Yeah, it's one of those really. I mean, I did change my mind on a spot. Well, not change my mind, but just went a bit further. Just because I was convinced I could see some fizzing, but yeah, it's like the sun was low and I had a lot of scum and that out there, but you know, sometimes you just get, I don't know, like a popping almost on the surface, but from this sort of distance it weren't easy to tell, and even with binoculars, because of the glare on the water, it's just like, fuck's sake. So yeah, yeah, like I said, all I put out yesterday was a little bit of boilie, literally a little bit, so it's not like I've gone mad. But I'm going to switch it up a bit today, I think. Yeah, so although I'll be fishing the bottom baits, I might tip it off with a bit of colour, just see if it's enough to provoke a take, shall we say. Yeah, that's it. I've got a little bit of hemp and that, so not going to go mad, but just to get a bit more stink out there, you know. Yeah, it's funny because you'd think, you know, because there's a lot of big fish in here that, yeah, you think it'd be bang on the boilies, but excuse me, sorry. Yeah, you think they'd be bang on the boilie, but yeah, they just don't seem to be at the moment. Put it that way. Yeah, it's one of those really, because obviously, like I said before, you see what other people are doing on here, and obviously Mr. Maker's been on there rinsing it, making it look fucking easy. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it, really? It's so easy to divert away from what you know and what you're confident in, but then by the other token, you're trying to get a bite, ain't you? So you got to switch things up, otherwise, yeah, you could be sat here. Hopefully it won't be, but it could be sat here 3 days with fuck all, you know. So yeah, I've got bits and bobs that I can try. Yeah, just don't want to thrash it to a foam really, because there is fish up here. So we got no real prevailing winds as such happening in the next couple of days. So if they are here, I want them to stay here rather than move out for no reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's no wind that's going to push them away, is what I'm trying to say. It is still early. It's only 7:15. Been up since about 5:30. And yeah, in that time I've probably seen 3 or 4 fish. Yeah, I mean, if anything, maybe I'm a little bit too far over. Like I said, I changed one of the rods because I've seen that fizzing, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of them, isn't it? You could sit here and scratch your head and think about it. But if it ripped off now, it will be forgotten about. I'll just be carrying on what I was doing. So that's fishing, isn't it, really? all about stacking the odds in your favour, but they're definitely up here, or there's some fish up here. Yeah, I think I said yesterday, I was, my left hand rod, I sort of stuck it round, it's not in the extreme margin, but it's sort of round that end, it's the other end of the lake, you know. Quiet, there's no other swims up there, well there is, but not that get fished, just one swim. Thankfully no one's gone in there, but yeah, just stuck one around there on a bag. But what I did have yesterday evening, which was annoying but very unusual, Grebe got himself caught up in my line. I was like, what the fuck? You know, I was just stood across the other side to swim in the shade, and I see this Grebe fucking, I'm like, what the fuck's he doing? Anyway, I couldn't hear me receiver because I had it down quiet. And then I looked down, the fucking bobbin's going bang, bang, bang against the rod, and I was like, what? Yeah, silly little fucker caught himself up in my line somehow. I've never had that with Grebe. Usually they're pretty good, aren't they, weaving in and out your rods and that, and your lines, but I guess I'm running down that margin, maybe he's got a nest in there, or I don't know. But yeah, that surprised me. So yeah, there's two little patches of bait out there now. It's the old thing with bags, isn't it? You just want that one little patch of bait, you know. But there's two now. But yeah, that ain't done nothing either. So yeah, might have to introduce a bit of bait today. Like I said, I ain't gonna go mad because I just think they're up here. So you know, that's where they want to be. So it makes sense, doesn't it? Just to lightly still, but just something different, you know. Like I said, a bit of hemp, probably tip off the bottom baits with a bit of colour, just so they stand out a bit. See if that works. And if it doesn't, then I was gonna say tomorrow night, but yeah. So yeah, no. If that doesn't work tonight, then tomorrow I might well do a move. Yeah, it's one of them. Like I said, is, you know, it's a good swim if they're in here, you know. If you can get them a bit confident and getting their heads down, but yeah, see, there's definitely activity out there. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Maybe I'm being impatient. I don't know. But like I said, when you get the likes of Maker up here, I mean, I know he's a machine anyway, but yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything much different. I think he was using maggot. Yeah, not really a fan of the maggot and worm. Obviously it works, but where do you stop, you know? Yeah, I bought pellet, I bought hemp, I bought ground bait, I bought boilie, you know, I'm like, canal. But there again, I suppose that's why, you know, you see these boys rock up and they got like 20 fucking buckets, and I'm like, fair play. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm guilty of that. Maybe not bringing everything to the party, you know. Whereas sometimes I probably should. But then I just think sometimes you complicate things, you know. And I guess with the likes of Maker and that on the day tickets, do you know what I mean? It's all about fish, and whereas I'm just happy to catch one. If I catch one, happy fucking days. The rest is bonuses, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, nobody wants a blank at the end of the day. So I'm going to end it there. It's another one there. It's the woodpecker. Beautiful swim, so quiet. Yeah, so 7.5 minutes of rambling crap, but not too much swearing. I am going to make a concerted effort. It is me, and they do fall out, and I think when I'm passionately talking about something is when I swear, you know, whether I'm slating something or moaning about something, or yeah, you get what I mean. Yeah, I think I tend to swear quite a bit then. Piss off, ducks, there's nothing down there. See, anger. There's nothing there. Nothing there. Trust me, I ain't that fucking careless with my bait. Bloody things in and out of my rods. Nothing there, mate. Not a thing. Maybe laugh like this, and it's like 2 inches of water. I'm like, trust me, mate, I can see from here there's no bait there. But yeah, anyway, rambling shit. Let's see if we can make it happen, eh? Catch you in a bit. in. And again, just to take the bits. Good evening. Yep, it's the twat with the even worse hat is back. Ciders on the go. Fucking needed today, trust me. What can I say apart from I've been already mugged off, I think, basically. Hopefully you can hear me over the darts, I'm sure you can. Yeah, the old semi-finals of the Australian Darts Masters. Good timing. On a blue. So yeah, you'd have already seen this by now. If I managed to edit it down, but I left my phone running for a good 10 minutes or this afternoon, I should say. Yeah, and the amount of shows was just fucking mental. I mean, I probably didn't catch that many on my phone, but I definitely got a couple. Yeah, it's mad. Like an hour and a half of just bonkers showing, in, like not just one area, but all over the gaff. I was like, fucking hell. Yeah, and still no fish. So a little bit wounded, shall we say? Turn this down a little bit a minute. It's like having somebody interrupt you. That's what it feels like. Maybe it's just my age, you know what I mean? So yeah, it got to about must have been about I don't know, about 4, 5ish, and the sun was absolutely belting in here. And there's a good wind on, but not in here. It wasn't coming in here at all. And lit, so I'd run out of shade in the swim. Tried to make myself like a makeshift porch, if you like. With like the old thinking angler's thing, and I couldn't get the sticks in the ground, and I ended up pissing myself off for sweating my arse off that much. I thought, you know what? The fish are here. Let's reel them in. Mad as it sounds, but I reeled them in. I need to go back to the car anyway at some stage to get a few bottles of water and that. I thought, let's just let them chill up here. They're obviously up here, so that's good. So yeah, I went and had a little trot down to see Dave as well. Dave Ashley's on. Yeah, a little bit of a chin wag of him. He's had the right result the last sort of week and a half, I suppose, I think it is. Yeah, he's done alright, fair play. But sometimes I don't like talking to other anglers because you find out they've caught when you've had fuck all. Not Dave, but so the next, not the next swim down, but so I think next 2 swims down. 1, 2, no, his 3rd swim down. So they're quite away from me. He's had 3. Oh, fuck's sake. So yeah, but I don't know why, but yeah, I've been a bit indecisive in this swim because, well, I do know why actually, because obviously, like I said, Mr. Maker's video, everybody's watched that, and it's hard to ignore. I mean, he had it off, didn't he? I mean, the wind was different and all that, but the fish are here like they, you know, like they clearly were in his video. And yeah, so I, started off at like 20 wraps, and then it went to 21. Then I was like, maybe I should be near the snags, 23. Yeah, bad angling really, because I used to stick with what I'm comfortable with. So yeah, I brought them back tonight. 21. There's 2 on the spot, like I always fish. This sort of lake, if you like. Yeah, on the same, monkey shit, fish meal. Both tipped off. The fish meal's got a couple of red maggots on it. Fake ones I might have. I ain't got no real ones. Bit windage, I think. Yeah, and then I found an absolutely cracking spot at 13 wraps. I've been putting a bag on, a little bit of spom over the top. But yeah, I was chatting with Dave earlier, and he said to me, yeah, it's a good spot. He's had good fish off it before, so I was like, right, well, I got the spots right. It's just the rest of it now, but I don't know why. Any other swim, I'm like, whatever, just do my own thing, but this swim's done my head in. Probably because it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it's almost like your own lake. If I drew a line from here across, I've got like a quarter of an acre to myself, nobody there. And so you feel like you should be catching, especially when they're here, So yeah, I mean those that know, but I mean when I fished up Reading and stuff like that, You know, I've had occasions, obviously, when there's been fish over me and stuff like that, but, you know, not very often. So when they are, and they're not getting no bites, it's like, fucking really? So yeah, I'm not really used to that side of it, to be honest. Yeah, the first warning I usually get is a screaming run, and that's it. I've had occasions when there's fish over me, you know, but yeah, most of the time, like that Worcester, you caught sort of thing, you know. But you know, I remind myself that it's a busy syndicate. It sees a lot of bait, it sees a lot of anglers, a lot of pressure. So yeah, they've seen it all, you know. So if you're lucky enough to trip up any of them, really, even though there's some small ones in here, yeah, I think they've had a right touch, really. But you know, I can't complain. I had a look earlier as well. I've done, I think last night was my 16th night, 15th night, something like that. Might be one more either way. And I've had 10 fish now, and I've suffered two definite losses. So it ain't too bad, is it? It's not too bad for a return, I suppose. But I'd dearly love to get in amongst some of these bigger ones, because it seems like every time I speak to somebody else, you know, they might have had 2 or 3. One of them's a 30, and I'm like, fucking hell. I've had 130, obviously, but that was the very first fish on the very first night. Since then, it's like, fuck you, Clarky, you know what I mean? So yeah, not that, you know, not that it really matters, but it would be nice to get in amongst the big ones. Yeah, so David Self has had a session in there. He had 4 30s. That was, you know, we had 4 fish, but they're all 30-pounders. Like, fucking hell. Don't mind some of that. You know what I mean? That was quite a while back now, but so yeah, I need to stop being despondent when it doesn't happen. I mean, you know, I've only been here just over 24 hours, really. So, yeah, I kind of wish I sort of did hold back last night on a bait. Because I just think it's the way to do it when you're coming in going people, just sort of suss out what's going on, and I thought I had, but yeah, my indecisive brain was like, nah, you need to have one further over, and obviously last night fuck all happened, so yeah, not even a bleep. But yeah, anyway, rambling, but I'm glad the sun's gone because it was fucking ridiculous. A few ciders, watch the rest of the darts, and what have I got tonight? Salt and pepper chili chicken wraps. Happy days. A little bit of rocket, not too much. Bit of cheese, bit of Nando sauce, fucking sorted. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Hopefully, I mean, this sort of time of night is due for a bite. I've had it myself, and I've also been told. So yeah, you never know. I was going to say something else, and after I put the rods out, I have seen shows, so they are still out there. Come on, let's see if we can have one tonight. Just one to do, we'll be happy with that. Yeah, man. Anyway, I'll keep you updated. Morning. Well, I'll start by saying I'm being well and royally, truly fucked over, I think, yeah. Yeah, look at it. I haven't shown you to swim properly, I just realised that. So again, always look smaller on video for some reason, but it's a nice little chunk of water up here. Beautiful willows, firebank trees, pain in the ass ducks. No, to be fair, they haven't been too bad. It's the swans that are a pain, but they've gone, thankfully. So yeah, what can I say? There's fish up here. I don't think they've gone. I don't think they've left, rather, since I've been in there, but I just can't buy a bite. So you see the obvious weeping willow. So I've got one in line with that. Nice little sort of hump, should we say, gravelly clay hump. Yeah, if I edit this properly, then you'll see the fish that nutted over it yesterday afternoon when I was recording. But yeah, I did have a few bleeps on that early hours this morning, but to no avail. I really don't know what else to say. Yeah. So that's 2 nights, no fish now. Where was that to? Probably heard that. Oh yeah, over across. So I was, where that fish is shown, I was across there, but after a little bit of further investigation, it's not very clear. It's not as clear as what it is to the right. So basically there's that obvious little alcove where the sun's just hitting. It doesn't look far away from there, but I've gone as far as 23 wraps and I'm nowhere near it in there. I mean, you don't want to be right in there anyway because of the snags, but yeah, I've been as far as 23. Yeah, and I'm just like, do you know what? Bring them back a bit closer. It's just about a better drop. So yeah, I'm fishing those two at 21 wraps. Nice little hit of bait last night, not too much, and I don't know, pretty much last light really. I see a fish roll over it, and obviously I sat back for the next half an hour or so thinking it's gotta go, and it fucking didn't. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what to make of it, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't have said they're on a hatch. There's nothing obvious. There's a hatch going off, you know. And I wouldn't have said the shows are particularly ziggy or anything either, you know. That's about the only thing I haven't tried. I've tried different combinations of bait. I've tried lightly bait, a little bit more bait. Yeah. I said the only thing I can try, which I haven't, is zigs, but yeah, I am seriously contemplating whether to do another night. Yeah, more punishment, but if I don't, then that's me then for the next 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, it is 3 weeks. 3 weeks until I'm back. So yeah, obviously I should make the most of it really, shouldn't I? Yeah, and try and use the next 24 hours to bank one. Don't know, over the back there, did that pick that up? Aftermath, look. So there's plenty of fish up here. Plenty of fish up here. So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. That's fishing though, isn't it, sometimes? I mean, yeah, I've got to suffer a blank at some point, so. But yeah, at the minute I am definitely undecided whether I'm staying or not. Like I said yesterday, indecisive, and that's one of my worst qualities, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, what else am I going to do on Sunday night? Watch shite telly. So yeah, might as well stay here, ain't I, really? Anyway, sorry, bit of shocking camera work there. The screen was going up like this. So yeah, coffee on the go. I'm going to drink that and contemplate. Think about it logically, should we say. Not that there's any logic at the minute, but anyway, I'll update this either way when I've decided what I'm going to do. Looking beautiful. It is beautiful here. I'll see you later. Oi, still here, grinding away. Right, so it's just coming up 10 to 12. I'm getting better. I'm trying to remember not to swear. Not so much anyway. I can't promise all the time because it's just not me. That's why I thought there's somebody walking around then. And I remembered the time. So we're getting there. So yeah, after a little bit of deliberating, is that the word? Deliberating, overthinking, that's more like it. Do you know what, so I just think that a bit of my problem might be not enough bait, you know. I've got to remember there's a lot of big fish in there, and there's a lot of big hungry fish in there. So although I hadn't really had any liners, I did have a few this morning, sort of last night, but yeah, you know, they could quite easily just clear me out and let the bait, the hook bait. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So in light of that, I've just filled it the fuck in, basically. probably 2 kilo of hemp, half kilo of crushed boilie, so half kilo of each, near enough whole tin of sweet corn, big one, couple of scoops of pellet, 8 millers, I guess. Yeah, about 8 mil pellet. A load I had left from a France trip from fucking donkeys ago, and some low oil pellet, the old, what they call them, not coppins. Coppins are like oily, aren't they? Can't remember what they're called, but you get the picture. A little bit of everything, and then a load of hydroslate over the top of that, and yeah, basically just spotted the granny out of it. Good half a bucket. What's that? 10 litre bucket? Why not? Yeah, it might be a 5 litre bucket. So not loads, but a good spread. Yeah, that's the most I've put in since I've been there. And I don't know why, but I seem to convince myself that the way forward is lightly, you know, because they, you know, see bait all the time and they're pressured. But you know, thinking about it, mate, it was in there before me. I think he was there. I don't know if he might have done 3 nights and all, but I think he said he'd done like 2.5, 3 kilo. Hang on, something crawling up my fucking back. Oh, stupid moths. Oh yeah, that one a bad. There you go, look. Oh, fucking hang on. See him? There's loads of them, they're just thick. Go away, mate. Thank you. Yeah, basically, if you remember way back, I said about these cobwebs in the trees, like absolutely covered in them. And there's loads of little caterpillars in them. Well, that's what they hatch out to, and they're still as thick when they're hatched. There's fucking hundreds of them about. Not surprising, because there was a shitload of caterpillars. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them still dead. Haven't managed to produce on, if you like, continue the life cycle. That'll do. So yeah, they're all hanging in the trees, but even the birds don't touch them, which I find weird. I mean, I don't know, they're really delicate. If you go and flick them off of something like the caterpillar, that's it, they just squish. So they're really delicate, but I don't know whether maybe there's something in them birds can eat, poison. Don't know, I wouldn't have thought so, but yeah, the birds don't seem interested in them, put it that way. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, basically I'll get all the spawn out of the way now, whilst there's still a bit of Slim Shady in the swim. I've been busy. Well, I say busy, I've tied a couple of brand new rigs, pretty much the same as what I got out of them, minus the fake maggots, because at the end of the day, I don't use maggots, and I don't use fake maggots, so why am I doing it now? You know, this is the thing, innit? You see something, you read something, you watch something, and it's like, oh, you know, again, all right if you put a maggot out, but I'm not. So yeah, basically fishing out how I should be fishing it. I'm not sat here thinking, oh, you know, this, that and the other. So yeah, fresh bag ready to go for the close range spot. And once the sun gets unbearable, I shall be winding in and just have a wander around the complex, basically. Yeah, I was close to saying, do you know what, I'm going home, but, and I'm thinking, don't be a twat. You know, you don't get opportunities that often to get in the swim. Okay, I haven't caught yet, but there's always a fucking chance, isn't there? You know, always a chance. So yeah, sit it out and just open pray that my efforts of boring them out works, basically. But yeah, cowboy beans and bacon again for brunch, and then that'll be time just right for that sun, I reckon. It's weird because it doesn't really get in it. Well, I say weird, it's not weird, but it doesn't get in there till like 3-4 o'clock. It's unbearable then, and it just hangs in there for ages. Yeah, so when it gets to that stage, I will be winding in and go for a walk, because there's just nowhere in the swim to sit where you can look at the water, so I might as well walk, can I really? Unless the cloud comes over. I started a cloud up, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. There's no wind either today, absolutely no wind whatsoever. Anyway, that's what I'm doing, that's what my plan is. Let's keep these crossed, and I'll check in with you later on. Never know, might have one, but yeah, I think it's more likely to be tonight, maybe early morning, but we'll see. We're all sorted, traps set, we shall say. Until later. well, fuck me. Excuse the language, but finally got one. It's only a little one. I ain't even gonna bother weighing him, but finally. Literally, I just boarded the shit out of it, as I said in my previous blog. And we got this little bugger. Oh. Come on in. One of the stockies. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. Pretty one. Wow. Thank you, mate. Although I'd like one about 20–30 pound bigger than you. Nice. Have a look at the other side, because you've got a boldy patch in there on the other side. Good nick though. Can't believe all that bait out there and I picked you up within, what, half hour? There's one for the future, eh? Let's get you back, mate. Oh, there. Happy days. Flibble blob. Wow, what can I say about that fish, eh? Bless it. Saved my bacon. Well, so far. There's still plenty of time, obviously. Yeah, I just need to stop being indecisive and do what we know works. Fill it in. But nah, in all seriousness, yeah, I'm amazed it's taken that long to get a bite. The amount of fish is up here, fucking ridiculous. So yeah, on that time of the day now where the bivvy's in full sun, there's no wind, it's baking basically. I expect most of you know we're heading into a heat wave this weekend. Well, I say this week, not the weekend. It's what date is it today? 10th, is it? 9th, 10th. Yeah, I think it is the 10th. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll upload this blog. I mean, I'm not gonna upload it with just that little pasty. I think I'll hang fire. But the only trouble with that is, if I don't have any more, then this session, then I'm not back for 3 weeks. Sorry, yeah, missed 2 weeks, so back on the 3rd, which is a shame, but I've got bookings, so it's got to be done, and it's all about the coin at the end of the day, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, it gave me a chance. I mean, I've just ordered some of that new Kaizen line. As I said before, I switched back onto the mono. To be fair, it was nice playing that fish on it. No, it was only a small one, but it gives you an idea, you know. And it was much more pleasant, let's say. It's weird. I used to love it on the braid, but yeah, not so much nowadays. It's getting old, you know what I mean? I'm not getting, I fucking am. So yeah, like I said earlier, I've got new rigs, fresh rigs, we'll say, not new rigs, but fresh rigs tied, baited, ready to go. I didn't put a new one back out. I just think at the minute, there's not a lot of activity up here at the minute. There's still fish showing, but they seem to be quite slappy, and I think they sort of tend to be the smaller ones, you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm just not waving at you. You can blossom everywhere. Yeah, I think there's just more of a small ones, but I have seen a couple of good fish up here. Well, more than a couple, at least a handful or so. Where was I going with this? Yeah, so if I need to wind in later on because of the heat, because literally I ran out of shade in this swim. It was fucking unbearable yesterday. Yeah, I'm not fussed. I'll wind in for a few hours, you know. Yeah, gonna have a wander maybe. Well, definitely be wandering, but Obviously I don't want to be going miles, not in this heat. It's proper hot, man. It's probably made worse to say because there's no wind, but anyway, not to keep whinging about the weather, although I am British so I'm allowed to. Yeah, so that's it basically. I'm all eager now. There's one out of the way. Let's have another. Let's have a nice backup, you know. I'm have to ask, is it? I think it was this time. I'm definitely getting hay fever still. I've not actually noticed before, but there seems to be a hell of a lot of blossom around late in the year. Yeah, it's just supposed to be a spring thing, but yeah, there's a shitload of it around. I think that's what's getting in my throat a bit, to be fair. So yeah, I might have to start taking them again, the old anti-histies, because they definitely work. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? I can totally lost train of thought now. Oh dear, mind fart, whatever you call it, memory fart. But yeah, so basically, just gonna sit back and chill, try and stay out of the sun a bit, and there's my bets on. Hopefully this evening. I mean, I did stick a lot of bait out, but I used all my hemp and the corn, and I still got pellet, and I still got a load of boiled I can crush up, so I may even top it up tonight, because that's in the work. I mean, I know it's only small, but yeah, within half hour I've had a bite. So the lightly will not be happening anymore, I promise. Yeah, shame it ain't live really, because you could shout at me and go, no, fucking get it in there. You know, they're used to saying it, and they are, to be fair, but yeah, anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. Just sat here chilling with a bottle of water, no cider. I've got one can left. I was actually quite pleased that I found a can. I was like, fucking mint. So I just sup that later on once the sun's buggered off. I'm having me tea. I just had some more cowboy beans as well, bacon and cowboy beans. Oh, simple but highly effective. Both ends, you know what I mean? Anyway, I'll bid you farewell till later on. It's not really farewell, is it? But you know what I mean. Catch you in a bit. Good evening. Wow, what a fucking scorcher it's been. So yeah, I've managed to stick in the swim all day somehow, chasing the shade basically, but just waiting for that rather hot flame in the sky to retreat behind those trees, and I should be redoing 2 rods across the far side. I've already spawned that up. My god. Bucket out on, obviously spamming glasses, like, yeah, it's that bad, the glasses all steamed up, sweat pissing off my head. Yeah, fucking hardcore. So I think I've deserved another fish, a bigger one, should we say. Yeah, thank God for the old tracker fan. Yeah, without that, yeah, it would have been a nightmare. But yeah, I just tipped some water over my head and sat in front of it basically. And I forgot to say earlier, I've got one of them. I don't know, you might have seen them. Yeah, it's called Flex Tail. Basically, it's an outdoor shower, and it runs off a little tiny pump, which you recharge off your power pack. Believe it or not, chuck it in a bucket of water, stick it on a tree. It's got a little hook on the hose end, and people might say, eh, but yeah, I ain't one for sitting minging for 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean? Especially when it's hot. Fucking hell, where was that? Where was that? The damn boy left margin these fish at the minute. That's why I've had quite a lot of shows today. Yeah, see, so they've got plenty of space to move out over that left rod there. This one. Yeah, so basically that obvious weeping willow, 13 wraps, hell of a spot. So hopefully they'll move out over it. You never know. I could have gone down that margin, but I thought, you know what, I don't want to be living in waders at the minute, because the ones I got are a fucking nightmare to get on and off. I need to get me other ones and the rubber ones, but yeah, not when it's this hot. Yeah, I think you'd have to live in waders and probably be on braid, because there's pretty severe snags down that margin. But anyway, they're in there. I digress again. Not long now, 20 minutes I reckon, maybe a little bit longer, just so I ain't blinded, so I can get them baits bang on. Yeah, it's had another good hit of bait, so there's plenty of bait out there. See what happens, I suppose. Nothing exciting tonight. I've got one lonely can of cider, which will be very enjoyed. Get words out then. Yeah, I will enjoy that one, that single one. And I'll probably have a rum of coffee tonight. Well, not coffee, but chocolate mocha. And it'll be night. So come on. Fingers crossed. I mean, this is usually a good time, but yeah, I've got to redo them rods, just so I'm happy that they're sat on top of that bait. Fresh baits, new rigs. Yeah, it's got to be done, innit? Anyway, rambling. Hopefully I'll see you later on with some weightlifting, with some carp. Fuck it. Showtime. $25.5 fully. On a fully. Excuse the Sainsbury's bag above my head. Didn't see that. What a banger. Absolute banger. And you were fucking nailed, mate, weren't you? Hey. Not going to be the best footage, which is a shame because it's dark. Wow, what a fish. Ripped off it, what was it, 1:45 or something like that. 2:15, sorry. Oh, look at that. Oh, happy days. Oh. Can't be happy with that, anyway, it stinks. Alright. Morning. I didn't add to that vlog last night because yeah, it was what, 2:15. So yeah, kind of wanted to get back in my pit really. Hold on. Black coffee, to be fair, it's alright. Don't know, I bother with milk, so I don't drink much of it nowadays, but you guessed it, by the third day it's gone off, even though it's in a 4-line bag. Yeah, but it has been hot. Yeah, this little swim's definitely a sun trap, so I'll bear that in mind in the future. Although really, it doesn't really matter where you put your bivvy in the swim, because at some point it's in it, so might as well be in the flat and try and deal with it during the day really. So yeah, happy days. Finally bored one out, shall we say. I'll tell you what surprised me though, without sounding greedy, because I'm not, but the amount of bait I put over there yesterday. So I had obviously that small one, straight after spomming, I don't know, a good few kilos of bait. Yeah, and then I decided to sit on it until, like I said, yesterday evening. Yeah, because I did say, tied up fresh rigs, all the rest of it. And I knew that sun sort of hangs in the sky over the spot. And the night before I kind of rushed it really, I don't know why. Just want to get it done, don't you, so you can sit back and chill. But yeah, it sort of took me time waiting for that sun to bugger off. Yeah, I think it was gone 8 o'clock by the time it just gone behind the trees, so it wasn't blinding me. So yeah, it had another, I don't know, probably another couple of kilo bait at least. yeah, 2 rods bang on the fucking money. I was happy with that. And I'm just surprised I had 1 fish off it, you know. They were definitely up here again last night. I think they're up here quite a lot. Yeah, so, you know, I have heard a lot down my left margin. And to be fair, didn't really explore it enough, probably. Although saying that, it's not really the best angle from here. Not without, you know, waders set up ready to rock. I think I sort of said that yesterday. Yeah, because if you're fishing it, you definitely need to be on it quick, because there's some pretty severe snags down the left there. But not only that, you've got the grief coming in and out of there. And as I said the other day, I had one pick me line up and I wasn't even running down that margin. I mean, it's fairly close to it, I suppose, but yeah, so there's that to contend with, you know what I mean? And then swans get along there, picking your line up. So yeah, you need to be wader ready, basically, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, if I get the opportunity to come in here again, I'll definitely investigate that margin. What else can I say about the session? And one thing I've got, which I didn't bring, which I was gonna bring and I forgot, pair of wellies. Sounds stupid, but now the water's level's right down, sort of a lot of what's in front of you, like by your rods, is, I don't know, no more than sort of, yeah, it's a couple of, you know, just it's a gradual slope basically. And at the end of the day, you're going to get a set of wellies on a lot quicker than you're going to get a set of waders on. So, and they're going to come now every session. Yeah, it's no hardship. They're not heavy. You know what I mean? It's just one thing to make life a bit easier. Yeah, I mean, I ended up wading around in the margins in my Crocs again last night. Although it did, it was a nice cool thing on the feet, if you like. Yeah, so say a set of wellies, you know, indicates the need for waders all the time, and perhaps, you know, set of waders, yeah, if you need to get out, if it goes left or right. So yeah, it's you need to be covered for every scenario. Like I said, this sort of fishing, cool. Must have heard that in the background. That was right up tight against that far bank in front of the life buoy. Yeah, you need to be ready for every scenario, you know. Like I said, I think I said before, the sort of fishing I've been doing, you're not have to worry about that. You'd have your, you know, you'd have your rods wherever, and then like your waders would be down by your rods. But yeah, I've just not been that organised for this session, and I don't really know why. I already knew I needed wellies, and I still forgot them. So they'll be coming in the next session, because I think that'd save a lot of hassle, basically. Anyway, rambling, half asleep. Yeah, what a bite there it was as well. Fucking hell, absolutely melted. So it's the first one I've had, no, second one I've had back on the mono. Proper fish, shall we say. Yeah, lush. Yeah, there's no no heart in the mouth moments, put it that way. And to be fair, I mean, coming like a dog on a lead, mad. It didn't go left and it didn't go right. It done a little bit of that in front of me, but you know, it didn't really try. It was just like, oh fuck, it, like he knew he'd fucked up, basically. But yeah, it did scream off. But yeah, I'll take that. A mid-20 fully on a fully moon. Happy days, isn't it? I'll need more coffee, lubricate the throat. So yeah, what's it now? Just gone 8ish, I think. Have a slow stow away. I'm not rushing. Get some stuff dried out. All hung along the fence there, which is quite useful actually in this swim. And there's a few swims that there ain't a lot to hang stuff off of, you know. I say it's oh yeah, sorry. Oh, it's always useful to have trees and stuff to hang stuff off of, but as we know, like to cut all the lower branches off and stop us climbing them, don't they, most of the places. So yeah, anyway, I'd be surprised if I have another one, but there's always time. I didn't put that rod back out last night, only because I'm fishing 2 on the spot tight, and I thought maybe the sound of a lead, even though I've had a fish, it's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, so I chose to leave it out last night, but that one come on the fish meal, by the way. I'll add that. So that's one on each this weekend. One on the monkey shit and one on the fish meal. Again, can't really sort of work out any pattern apart from it looks like, yeah, a load of bait could be the answer. I don't know. Because then next week or next time I come, the bag will probably produce, so it'll blow that out the window. So yeah, I'm just thinking that, you know, I need to have various tactics in my arsenal, should we say? That the way I put it? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee, get this stuff stowed away slowly. Yeah, and I shall be back. I've got to think now. Yeah, it's going to be 3 weeks' time. I'll be back. Unless I can, don't know. I can't think about it yet because it's too early, but I might be able to fashion something. If I can get a couple of nights together, then I'll fish, obviously. But yeah, if I can't, then it's going to be 3 weeks. Anyway, sorry about the tired face and the yawns, but yeah, I had a lot of sleep. It took me till about 4 o'clock to get back to sleep this morning. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign off, but hopefully you'll like and subscribe. If you like me saying how it is, basically. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Bucker. Wow. This could well be the reason why it's been hard to get a bite on the bottom. A serious hatch of the old midgies. Yeah, should have gone zigs really. But you live and learn. And another tactic I haven't really used before, to extent anyway. But next time. In the middle of packing up. Worst bit, innit? It's fucking roasting already, it's only at 10:30. Anyway, I've already said bye till next time, so bye again. Till next time.